Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cosmic Couch Podcast, where there is a seat always reserved for you. We're on time. We're here. We didn't ditch. We didn't skip class. We are here at the Cosmic Couch.
Technically, we're 15 minutes late.
Oh, well,
That's true.
Okay, you don't have to.
Well, this upload should be on time.
You don't have to tell them that, okay? I may have kind of overslept a little, but I will.
I
Yeah,
had to
you
take
know.
a shower too, so
I was here on
no
time. I'm the most responsible member of the Cosmic Couch Podcast.
Very true. Very true.
It's true. Yeah, probably.
Which is probably the first time in my life I've been the most responsible anything.
Just me and Bless are just so old to handle the Cosmic Couch.
Need your turn in the spotlight. You need to get your gears running.
Well, speaking of
running on him.
the spotlight,
Let's
see what's in the spotlight for this week.
Oh,
With this segue of talking about stuff that. How is your guys'
topics.
week? Yeah, topic. You guys want to hop into some topics? We can hop into some updates. It's been a minute since I've talked to you guys.
Has it been a minute? I feel like it's been like yesterday.
The thing is I really do want to play Pokemon Unite with you guys, but
I want to play too.
Last week was just kind of crazy. I will say one of the highs of my week was Halo Infinite, the beta.
Oh, hell good shit.
And like the thing is like this is not an ad. Like, hey, if you can, if whether you have an Xbox or PC, go to like just Google Halo Waypoint. You can get in that beta pretty easy, and it's just so much fun. I was so my SSD bricked because of Destiny 2 Battle Eye. That's not a meme, and that's not a meme. And so I was able to do the demo or the beta on my Xbox Series X, and I loved it. It reminded me of like it's like. For me, it's like so much of a feeling that feels like Halo 3 with a little D1. And I know that might make someone
Diablo
say,
1?
Destiny 1.
Oh.
And I loved it. And like there's a literal like a thing that you can pick up that is literally a Destiny stomp, like a Destiny raid boss stomp.
Ah!
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really cool. You get to be the raid boss. I like that a lot. It was just a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And I know for the fact that they 343, poached a bunch of people at Bungie, so it definitely has like that old school Halo feel. But I also love the fact that not only do I feel like, oh, it has this old school Halo feel, I'm glad that those devs are probably getting paid way more.
Yeah, GZ devs. GZ.
Yo, call me crazy, but I think I'm waiting till the full release to play Halo.
Okay,
I haven't
crazy.
played Halo or like watched that much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get the beta, but I'm not really a big beta guy.
Yeah, I think I'm all baited out.
Because I'm an alpha.
I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know you, but I can only imagine. I know back in the Overwatch beta, everyone wanted that beta. That beta was like a full release.
I didn't have a system to play it yet. I was still on my PS3.
Okay, so I think to me, for me though, in my world, and maybe my world is like other people's, with Overwatch being in beta, that was like the first time I got myself a PC. I think it was like the golden days where everyone's starting to get a PC for Overwatch. If I'm not mistaken, that's how I felt like people were getting their PCs for.
I was console watch. And people were real butts if you were console watch.
Really? Yeah, that's how I started on console watch. I actually went backwards because I had a PC for most of my life because it was my dad's old work PC. So like everybody says, oh, I have memories of playing Minecraft on Xbox. I have zero memories of that. I started playing Minecraft on PC. I never stopped playing Minecraft on PC. And I actually ended up getting a PlayStation 4 just to play Overwatch. So when everyone was like, "Oh, I went," dude, I don't think it was that bad that you had to delete an entire mountain though. Okay,
could have been worse.
Bless is giving me eyes right now. I think I've stepped on it. I pressed a button that I was not supposed to press.
For a month of actual deleting.
Dude, yeah, but I've built a mountain destroying.
Yeah. But did you enjoy yourself?
I might not have enjoyed myself, but that's the beauty of Minecraft is sometimes you do something.
I hated it.
You always come back, though. You always come back in the end, and that's the beauty.
I will. What are you talking about? I always come back.
You'll come back.
No, I won't.
He'll come back.
That was my introductory.
They always come back.
That was my introductory.
But Bless, everybody we talk to says you didn't have to do that, though.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that. It's just like the
you're a working man.
The workaholic in Bless was like, well,
for non-video listeners, he is gritting his teeth right now. He's ready. He's about to quit. This man told me to. What is this episode? This episode like 8 or something, 8 or 9? Are we on?
It definitely did not feel. It wasn't like you better delete that, but it was very much like
it was.
Let me tell you what happened. All right, so Fruit and Arios had this house. This is my first Minecraft experience. I don't really know what to do, right? And so they're there. They let me use some of their things, but they're like, "Hey, we need you to stop taking our stuff," right? So I have to go. I would go down in this little well and I mined out everything, and I eventually got like a diamond thing. That's all I know how to do. And I went through probably like 20 diamond pickaxes or whatever, and I hated it. Because like that was my introduction. Hey, welcome to Minecraft. Delete that mountain. And the thing was like people in like the group chats were like, "Hey, come on, guys, we need to get this going."
No.
People were like, yeah, because people were like, "Hey, we need to build," and it was more like, "Hey, guys, we got to delete this mountain. We got to get this our little fort together." And then there's like this like freaking, I would say, river of boxes with all of the granite that was destroyed.
I think
okay, hold on.
You put a heavy burden on your Minecraft shoulders, on your blocky shoulders.
Let me explain, because I swear I've been talking like about this like 1,000 times with Bless. Okay, well, it's
this week's topic.
This is the Fruit SMP server where we start off the Minecraft thing. All right. Bless's view on the game is totally different. Me coming into the game, like I just want to, like, we all wanted to have fun. We wanted to, RP, have a good time. That's how I did. I was just RPing. I was being like a little like underground goblino, whatever. Like just like digging dirt and stuff, just goofing and stuff. And then like I wanted to have like a evil arc, right? Like I wanted to be like the bad guy in the series. And then Rob was all with it.
Let's
and
make
like
a Sith temple.
And hold on, let me get to it. Like Rob was all in it. He's like, I'll be like, we're called the elements or some stuff. And then me and Rob were just doing some evil stuff. I was in Rob's tower. We went over to Fruit's house to like burn it and stuff. It was funny. We griefed him, haha. And then Rob had the idea. He was like, dude, we should like make like a evil temple. And then he showed me like the blueprints. It's like look, it's gonna like take a lot of stuff, and if you're down, let's do it. I'm like, let's do it. And he's like, oh, we just got to take out this tower or this whole mountain to be able to fit this whole big building. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't mind. And then we were starting, and I'm like, it was like one of those passion projects, not like, all right, man, if we don't get this darn mountain halved, well, I'm gonna have your head halved. Like it was just like one of those things. Like if you're down to farm this mountain, let's do it. Not like we have to do this. But
I think for me, where the confusion got in there is because you did have people that did take certain things, relatively serious that were on. You had your I would say the president of infrastructure was versus. He was building a literal, no one took nether realm
it serious.
Like, highway. You had Dork with like this beautiful library. you had Arios and fruit with like these gorgeous houses. So I was like, I have to, and like the thing is like, so like they are all like going up and getting ready for like the actual start of the stuff to have their houses or whatever. And then I'm like, whoa, which I joined late because everyone was talking about it. And I just like, I didn't donut wall, but I'm like, yo, Minecraft's just not for me. And then Rob talked me into it. He's like, hey, I'll teach you. So day one, it's like, hey, this is how you craft. And he's like, hey, you'll never learn if you don't do. And then he left me at it. And then he was like, come on, we got to delete this thing. Let's go. We got to catch up. Go. And there was a catch up. And I was just like, and like, you know what? I would say, you know, I was in it. Not grumbly at all for 2 weeks, and like I wouldn't even say I would say like towards the end I was a little bit grumbly. It was the thing where someone came into the chat as soon as I did my victory lap. I'm like, oh, it's done, and I get someone that's like, you know, Bryce is really upset with you, and I was like, who? What? And that is, I will never, ever.
You were taken advantage of, Bless, but I am sorry. I truly, if I was there, and you all know that I wasn't, if I was there, I would have helped you out. You know that, all right?
Well, hey, at least, you know, whenever, you know, come January 2022, when you guys, you know, do it again, at least, you know, there's a barren foundation. Yeah.
No, I feel that. Hey, if you're not watching the video right now, I got my cat on my, pressing her feet up against my face. Cleo, I don't appreciate that. Okay. She didn't either. But speaking of things we didn't appreciate, let's go ahead and talk about the Nintendo Direct real quick.
Wait,
that was a great transition.
Wait, you didn't like
that?
That was a pretty good transition.
The Direct was great, I thought.
Okay, here we got our Nintendo ambassador.
Terrible.
We're gonna keep your opinion
I hated
for the
it.
end of the
every game that was shown. Terrible. Kirby,
Bayonetta?
terrible.
More like
Bayonetta, terrible. What else did they show? Terrible.
Oh, Splatoon 3.
Splatoon, terrible.
Oh boy, they added monkeys to it. Oh,
they added mammals to it.
Yeah, mammalios or whatever. No, I actually appreciated most of the Direct. I thought it was pretty fun. Cute little games. That new Kirby game looks awesome. Kirby Last of Us.
That Kirby game, so it's like the first 3D full Kirby game.
Dude,
like
I'm
full
ready.
3D platformer. And the thing is like it has like such a feel of how games looked back in the 90s. Like that looked and felt so N64.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
That's so N64.
Yeah,
I'm ready. No, I was just like kind of funny.
But
like,
yeah, that game looked amazing. I thought one thing that did bother me that they did debate us about
dude, the Smash thing.
The Smash thing. They were talking about
Don't
Smash.
worry, guys. We got Smash coming in October, but
and I'm like,
and we're
bruh.
like,
yo, it's literally a week today.
But then,
I know, but why do they even have to?
Yeah,
say it?
I don't.
Like,
yeah,
tweet
it was
out after.
No.
I think
like what
they should have done the
they're
trailer.
allowing the final. This is the final character added to Smash.
Wild.
And so I think like that makes it deserving of its own thing.
Can we do a
it
prediction
better be
right now?
Jonesy from Fortnite.
You guys want to do
Goku and Vegeta?
No way.
They
They don't throw.
I'm
Goku.
convinced. It's Goku and Vegeta.
Okay, let's all
I
take
think
turns
it's
on
Sora.
like the
I
predictions.
think it's Sora, and I don't even play Smash or Kingdom Hearts 3, but or any of the other ones for that matter.
Yeah, give me like a
I want it to be Sora.
top three of like what characters you'd think or want to be in Smash.
It's either
Bless,
Sora, Waluigi,
or Joey.
I'm gonna steamroll this. My opinion is better than the Nintendo ambassadors. Okay, so either gotta be Sora, Waluigi, maybe Mark Wahlberg. That's it for me.
Oh, true. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg did have ties with Bandai Namco back in 1967.
And we don't even stand Mark Wahlberg, but I think he could make it in Smash.
Well, Mark Wahlberg, the guy from like he was like a cop.
Like Ted.
I like Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, but he's kind of. We'll go into it maybe. He's actually funny enough. It's kind of similar to Chris Pratt. in a way.
Shark. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Here's my top 3. Okay, that I believe, and I don't think I'm ever wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
Number 1, Jonesy from Fortnite.
That'd be pretty good.
Reason being, I mean, Fortnite is very marketable, and it's still a very popular game. Whether you deny it or not, you're mad. Fortnite is a good game. I know you're angry right now, but yeah. Number 2, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Be interesting.
Scorpion, because hey, why not?
Why not put him in another?
Well, no, bring
game.
it. In a what?
In another fighting game.
Is he in other fighting games?
Yeah, he's like in Injustice. He's in.
He is in Injustice, huh? Oh yes, of course, Injustice 2.
That's literal NetherRealm.
That's NetherRealm though. Yeah, but because like they have obviously my boy Kazuya. They have Terry.
Is pretty cool.
Terry. I'm talking about like fighting game characters like Terry and like.
I think as a last
Ryu
character,
and
though,
Ken.
can you imagine how mad people would be if it was a last character?
Like if they did something.
Hold on, and then number 3, I would have to say, and I hate saying it, but I think it might be Waluigi. I don't want Waluigi. I'm not a fan.
I think at this point he deserves it, right?
I think he deserves it.
I mean, kind of, but I think he's overhyped.
Another one I think could really fit in, Shax from Destiny 1 and 2.
Ah!
I was
Zavala.
gonna say something, Shark. So I kind of agree
Bless.
with you on something.
Oh,
Waluigi, Scorpion,
Jonesy, Scorpion.
No,
Waluigi.
yeah. What I was gonna say is, the last character was Kazuya, and I feel like that was, there's definitely people in the West that are, fans of Tekken, but I think if like they probably
also
like
in the East.
Nintendo does get more money from NA just because bigger population, everything, and so a Scorpion or Sub-Zero would be much hyper to us. Yeah. And that would probably generate some more hype, I would say. And I think you might get a little bit more Sub-Zero because you're not going to get fatalities. You're
not going to slice Mario in half. Yeah.
But Sub-Zero does fatalities.
Yeah, but he freezes people.
That is still murdering a guy.
Yeah.
Yes, but there'd be no blood.
Yeah, you don't have to penetrate a dude to freeze him.
Frozen blood. You don't have to be. I mean, they don't have to fatality a guy and literally smash. Like it doesn't have to be like that.
Mr. Game & Watch just getting sliced in half.
I gotta be honest with you, Mr. Game & Watch can get it.
I think. Hold on, I wanted to quote you, Bless, and it kind of made me laugh. And I kind of wish you noticed it because you're talking about like, man, I don't know if they're gonna add Scorpion because he's like he is like. All the fatalities and like he's too violent. I'm like, Smash is violent. Like it's a fighting game. Fighting games
I'll
are
never
violent.
Forget the time. But I mean, yeah, even they just threw Mario like into hell. The last reveal, didn't they?
They
just threw him off a mountain.
Mario got pierced by Ridley in Ridley's announcement, and then Sephiroth had his shoulder so it looked like Mario was pierced. Yeah, but it was like his overall.
With the Kazuya reveal, you know what he's doing? He's throwing people off a cliff into like lava. He's killing people. They're dying.
Kirby. Interpretation.
He didn't kill Kirby.
He's killing them.
Kirby is canon invincible.
Yeah, Kirby didn't die. Yeah.
Fire! Anyway.
All right. Would you guys like my
yes. Let's go ahead.
All right. Number 1. I truly do, and there's reasons to this. If this is truly the final Smash character, right?
Final Smash.
You can break rules. Right? Okay. Yeah. You can break rules. Mm-hmm. Who developed Super Smash Brothers since Brawl? Easy.
Nintendo.
Bandai
Namco, yeah.
Yes. All right. Now, since 85, what has Bandai published?
Namco.
Tekken.
Bandai published Dragon Ball NES games. Right? In 1987, Dragon Power was published in the US. It took Goku and reskinned it to just a generic, karate guy.
Yeah.
Right? So technically, Dragon Power was out in 87. Fast forward, you get games like Budokai, Fighters, all this stuff. In like 2000, one of the most requested characters ever in Smash was straight up Goku. And like it literally is like the reason for Mugans that were born. So it would take, Smash rosters and, and throw in just crazy characters. But that started just with the wanted addition of Goku. So it is in like the Smash like house, I would say. Like it would be honoring the fans if Goku were in there. And I think, like, for me, I think Goku is a little boring, but I would love Goku Vegeta Echo Fighters.
I'd be hyped.
I'd rather have Vegeta, but like that's just me, and I really do think that's an educated guess. And I feel like if it's the last character, you're welcome to break some eggs, And it would not only, I think it'd be the hypest thing that they'd ever do. This is the final one. You put Goku, Vegeta in there. Like, I think that'd be that.
What are they gonna do for Smash after this? Like, are they just gonna stop?
Smash 2.
There's not going to be a Fighter Pass 3. So what I think is their team's probably just going to be, probably incubating. And then whenever like the true successor to the Switch comes out, it'd be like Smash Ultimate Redux or whatever, where like it would just be like some more fighters and a continued Fighter Pass.
Whoa, so Smash Ultimate 2?
If you think Smash Ultimate's good.
Yeah, but
I think
like, it would be lighter work for them, so their hard work would be getting like things like rollback netcode, better online integration. I think that would be like the foundation.
I think Smash Ultimate is like the best Smash of all time.
Oh, I would agree. Yeah.
I'm more of a Melee guy, but again, I don't. Play
I think Melee kind of is a little too old.
Melee is too old for me.
Yeah.
Number 2, I really think like I don't think that Master Chief really fits in the roster just because it was never a Nintendo game. However, Microsoft does play very well with Nintendo, and I could see like a Doom guy / Master Chief.
I think that's very, very out of pocket.
Doom Guy has been on Nintendo stuff since
but Doom
SNES.
Guy in Halo though, that's very out of pocket.
Because
new Halo's coming out, maybe it could be a marketing thing.
New Halo's coming out, it'd be great for them. I think like the Echo Fighters could be very similar, whether it's like one person has the BFG Doom Guy and the other person has a Spartan Laser or something. I think that's possible. And number 3, I would say Waluigi.
I feel like those are solid guesses. As a Nintendo ambassador, I trust your opinion.
Thank you.
That's why I wanted to go first.
Yes, that's why I wanted to go last.
I could listen.
Yes.
But yeah, no. Did anything else happen in the Direct at all that you guys wanted to touch on?
N64.
Oh yeah, that was
with an N64 controller.
Oh
my god! It's multiplayer, so you can play like.
Yeah, you could play like.
It was so funny.
The first Smash, that was
Well, that one's not going to be in there.
I knew you'd be freaking out about it, and I just wasn't freaking out about it. So I was like, okay, if you guys want a reaction, here. I pulled up your stream and just kind of overlaid it on my stream, and you're like, we're getting the emulator. We're getting the. It's all in.
Yeah, I never thought that would happen. Like, I was geared up for
no Pokemon
Game Boy.
though.
I was geared up for
no Pokemon. Yeah.
Pokemon Snap.
The Game Boy one. Yeah, Pokemon Snap. I hope they somehow have.
We got a new one. Why do you need the old one? We just got
a new
one.
Shank someone over
You know what I
Pokemon
want,
Snap.
and I know I hope they bring it to the N64 thing, but I want a Hey You Pikachu like 2 or something. I love
it's Pokemon. They could do whatever the hell they want.
Hey You Pikachu.
Yeah, they should.
That is the most successful video game franchise.
They can do it.
I love Hey You Pikachu. Like, that is my all-time favorite Pokemon game, and nothing else could beat it.
Damn. Not even Sword and Shield?
Not even Sword and Shield.
Damn.
Maybe Pokemon Gold. Pokemon Gold is really up there for me, too.
What about Crystal?
I never played Crystal.
Well, crystal's a better version of gold.
I have an uncle who does crystal all the time. That was a great
segue.
Great. Speaking of smoking crystal, what were they thinking about casting Chris Pratt?
True. Yo, there's a segue. That was wild.
To be frank, the rest of the cast I love.
Oh, star cast.
Yeah.
The best thing is Seth Rogen as DK.
Yeah.
Well, I hope like one day if like there's a sequel, if they need a Diddy, I would love to.
That would be hilarious.
I vouch for to be Diddy.
Well, dude, apparently, see, this is why this, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because obviously we love seeing names like Charlie Day, Jack Black, like people who we love and have a connection to. But also, it's like, man, it would be great if we got actual voice actors to voice characters, right?
Well, this is my theory about it, and I think it's like all of those guys are in a room, there's like a party, and they get Jumanji'd into Mario Party.
I think that's what it's going to be too.
And so like you will have, Charles Martinet as doing the let's go Mario Party, and then like once they get sucked in, you might hear, hey, it's me, Chris Pratt. Like, yeah.
I was in Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2. What?
Yeah. And so I remember like Versus is like, no, he's gonna talk like Mario. I'm like, dude, there's no way. Did you see the Lego movie? Did you see the Pixar film with Spider-Man, Tom Holland? All these, they hired them to sound like themselves.
Yeah, like remember the Pikachu movie?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
I commented on someone's tweet. They're like, "Well, you guys are acting like Chris Pratt's the worst thing. Do you remember Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu?" I'm like, to be frank,
that was amazing.
Ryan Reynolds would be an amazing Mario.
I loved that Pikachu movie. That was awesome.
And I actually ended up making a TikTok about it. The role choice, and ironically, it was a Lego Movie joke about Chris Pratt, and I got like. It must have been like over 100 comments. Maybe at this time, around 90 comments. Most of them were like, "Oh, here we go, another Chris Pratt hater, dude. You're mad about an animated movie. Get over yourself." I'm like, I'm not mad. I genuinely do not care.
Anything you are actually helping the promotion of the movie.
That's marketing.
It got 10K.
Actually, y'all,
it got 10K.
Damn
views on TikTok, and I'm like, dude, I did not want you people to look at this. And then this one guy was like, "Oh, who would you have cast 12-year-old on your mom's phone?" And so I actually ended up stitching that video.
Mom.
I saw
and
it.
I replied it, and I was like,
Charles Martinet,
dude, what about the guy who's voiced him for 29 years? And I was like, man, I wish I was 12, man. I wouldn't have to deal with all this shit.
Dude, there's not a day that goes by where I wish I didn't have responsibility.
Yeah.
True.
It sucks. If you're in English class right now, stay there, please. School
grades.
ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Well, school is pretty horrible. Get out of school. Just don't have responsibility. Be rich.
Yeah, school sucked for me.
Take all of your parents' money.
I wish I went back and just like dealt with it. I wish I could go back and
I wish I did it better for the first time.
I wish I went to a better school.
Facts.
Same. But hey, you know what? Instead of saying I wish, hey, all we can focus is right now.
That's right. Because right now, the Las Vegas Raiders are 3-0. Let's go!
Yo, you were great on the field,
I know you guys are into sports, but
I'm with it.
I was watching my Vikings.
I got that. This is why we do this podcast on Monday.
No, here in the Cosmic Couch, we are Raider fans. All right,
let's go Vikings. Let's go.
I saw the Packers win by like 2 points last night. I was in a Red Robin's and I was eating a Haystack Tavern double.
Is it
Very
yum?
good. It's pretty yum.
I haven't had a Red Robin since
I've never had Red Robins before.
What?
I always got sick there.
No way.
And I don't know if it's this, but I would always dip my French fries in mayonnaise.
Ew.
Yeah, that was it. Ugh. Why would you do that? They have campfire
mayonnaise is
mayo.
the superior dipping.
Actually, in other
I will kick you from this
cultures,
podcast.
mayonnaise is
can't do that.
a dip like ketchup. People use mayonnaise like ketchup.
I like
No,
mayonnaise
no,
in my
no,
fries
no,
more
no,
than
no.
ketchup.
Do you
I
not seen?
hate ketchup.
I hate ketchup too.
Okay, I hate you that you hate ketchup.
We hate ketchup here in the Cosmic House.
No,
podcast,
we
okay?
don't.
Yes,
I
do.
love ketchup.
Sriracha?
No, I
I'd
love
rather
ketchup.
Dip in hot sauce.
I love ketchup.
I'm a mustard guy.
Dip in
Like
pickle
you
juice.
you guys
I would
are
rather dip in
crazy.
mustard.
If you don't like your chicken nuggies and fries dipped in ketchup,
Not a chance.
like that is
not a
generic
chance. Not a
shit.
chance. Not a
Amazing.
chance. Here you go. Ready for chicken
That
nuggets?
is amazing.
Barbecue sauce. 10 out of 10 times.
You know what? Actually,
is generic
you know what it
boring.
is. You know what it is, because
This is not a ketchup guy.
hold on. No, I think I get it. You know how I grew up Hispanic. You know, I'm not too big on Taco Bell, right?
Yeah.
And like ketchup is like amazing for me. It's like amazing. I love ketchup. And for you guys love Taco Bell, but then ketchup ain't nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? That makes
Okay.
sense.
Are you saying we should do wife swap, but we
That's-
just swap households?
Is that fair though? Because I like Taco Bell. You know that. You know I'm a T-Bell
I love
guy.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, I
But
wonder
ketchup
why.
is just like gross
but
tomatoes.
no,
I think Joey understand what
no,
he's trying to say.
you know, I'm trying to make it as
Are you saying it was how we were raised?
Yes.
yes.
I think white
And you and I
people
probably
like
got ketchup
like
more
ketchup
than we got
more.
spicy stuff. No, that means that we're tired of it.
yeah.
No, I've never liked ketchup. That's the thing. I haven't never in my life liked ketchup. And so
How do you
I
not
didn't
like
have
ketchup?
I didn't it's not that I consumed so much that I'm over it. I've never enjoyed ketchup.
How, dude? Ketchup is amazing.
No, it's not good. It's like too sweet in some ways, and then other times it's just like
Have you ever
it's
had
tomatoes.
katsup?
I'm not a tomato guy.
Have you ever had katsup?
That's ketchup.
Yeah, but it's katsup.
No. I'm not a fan.
It's not ketchup, but like it's more sweeter.
See, the only time I'll eat ketchup is when some
Not even on your
very-
boyga?
See, that's the thing is if they accidentally put it on my boyga, I will eat it grudgingly.
What?
I'm not gonna. But that's the thing is I don't want it on my boyga. Take that
Oh my
off.
goodness.
Put barbecue
What?
sauce on instead, and then maybe
What?
onion rings.
I think barbecue sauce is a little sus.
dude,
like,
it's
I don't like
literally it's
barbecue
almost
sauce.
ketchup.
Barbecue sauce is better in like a double western
Especially, I
burger.
would say-
with,
See,
like,
that's my
onions.
go-to.
As a white guy, I have some authority over barbecue sauces from.
As a white guy, you have authority.
I know. As soon as I said that, I was like, okay.
Shark, you might want to. You good,
Okay,
Shark?
what I'm
You
trying
feeling,
to say
you feeling
is,
safe?
what I'm trying to say is, look, if you get barbecue sauce from McDonald's, that stuff ain't true barbecue sauce. You need
I
that
don't.
good, like Memphis spicy barbecue sauce.
Okay. Well, as a white guy, I am an ally to all barbecue sauces. Okay.
Oh my-
So. Okay, so just putting that across the board.
I'm just not a fan. I just think like it's just generic.
Why do you gotta ruin it with spice though? It's good.
You're gonna ruin it with spice? Is that what you said?
Well, why do you
You
just
mean
gotta
you're going
add
to
that?
make it better?
Have you guys never had like ketchup with like, and you just grind up some pepper on top of the ketchup?
I am not with
Yeah,
that.
I used to. Yeah, back in the, dude,
that's
I will say,
amazing.
Okay, so back in the day when I lived in Texas, I would get
That
a
makes it
Whataburger,
spicy.
and they had, they had like the original ketchup package that were like in like you would tear off the top and you would dip like that.
Yo,
And,
yeah.
dude, I would load it up with pepper, dude.
Oh, that's
I would just
horrible.
like be sitting there for like good
Yeah.
5 minutes putting the
My,
pepper on.
I love pepper.
My best friend has a girlfriend, and her little brother. They've been dating for like 5 years. Her little brother will take the ketchup packets and just. I want to throw up.
That's wild.
No,
hot sauce.
not even the T-Bell hot sauce. You can't do that. That's just you can't do that with a sauce, my guy.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't
Don't.
like Taco Bell.
Dude, get
I think it's
over
not that
yourself,
great.
Shark. I
It's not that
swear
good.
to
It's not that
God.
good.
Did you see
It's
today they
not
announced
that
that
good.
volcano tacos coming back?
You're capping.
See, but you were ready. You were ready to turn tail and eat your words.
Because the volcano taco is the only thing that's good on that menu. Everything else is literally mid.
Bring back the Mexican pizza.
Everything is literally mid.
Mexican pizza.
They might be bringing that back soon.
I don't know if I'd like that.
10. I love
I'm not
that.
a fan of
that
it.
brought me joy. That was like my favorite thing as a kid there. Just because it was like, it felt like so multicultural.
Why you felt Mexican eating Mexican pizza?
Felt Mexican and Italian.
You know, the only time I had Mexican pizza was in Mexico, and it wasn't jalapenos. It was normal pepperoni Mexican pizza. You know what made it Mexican? Because I ate it in Mexico. That's Mexican pizza. You had jalapeno. You had queso. Oh, queso is cheese in Spanish.
No,
please,
please, Shark. Queso Blanco. Get it right.
Please. You know, I forgot.
I really,
you know what? Did I share a TikTok with you guys where it's this guy making Mexican queso, and I'm like, brother, and I commented in it, and I was a little peeved. I was like, bro,
Triggered, you could say.
You realize queso means cheese. What are you making?
Well, okay,
cheese.
No. Can we get the definition of queso? Because
it's cheese!
I know it means cheese, but usually it's a melted cheese.
No, it's
right?
not. No.
But on all things where I eat, like when it's specified as queso, it is melted. Like at Chipotle, it's melted. Okay, maybe I'm digging in too deep here. But like, I feel like
you guys are, and it's a crazy discovery.
We're getting everybody mad. You guys have to get me mad on this podcast.
Angry
because earlier we got Bless mad.
That when you think of queso, it's melted.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
You know what?
Okay. Well,
lived in a Mexican household.
Okay.
And never in my life I have ever had that type of queso. ever.
Okay.
Ever. When I thought of queso,
you have to take it from my experience, right? Where have I had queso?
Literally
Chipotle.
all your. No, hold on.
No. Where have I called it queso?
No, you said, where have I had queso? Or, sorry, queso. Literally as you were a baby eating cheeseburgers, okay? You had.
How do you say stick in Spanish?
What?
Stick in Spanish.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Oh my god.
Palo? Yeah.
Okay, so back when I was eating queso palos, all right?
What?
I was back when I was eating cheese sticks as a kid, all right?
Excuse me?
I was not eating.
What?
What?
Are you saying cheese sticks?
Yes, like a cheese stick.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I actually don't even know how to say it. And the actual term in Spanish.
Oh my god. According to online dictionaries, queso is defined as a dipping sauce of melted cheese and chopped chili peppers.
Yeah, because how do I say it respectfully? White people ruined it.
Are you saying it was colonized?
That was
yes, yes, it was colonized. Yes,
right,
just like hold on.
I'm always ask for your melted cheese.
Oh my! I mean, there you go. That's perfect.
But
just
then,
say here's another thing that was colonized: tacos and. I remember I shouldn't be that mad. It's not that serious, guys. So, Cosmic House listeners,
chicken thing.
It's like
real?
Semi-real, semi-buttermilk chicken. It's half and half. But here,
real is very there.
It's very there.
I know.
But can you understand like how I'm just like what? Excuse me?
Yeah,
because I remember
I know what you're saying. Because it is right? The literal definition of saying queso is cheese.
It's very okay. Here's the thing: when you think about tacos, what comes to mind?
Carne asada, cheese,
shell,
queso, lettuce.
You are wrong. Shell. Also, carne asada.
I always think soft.
I mean, I'm a soft guy.
Here's the thing. That shell is a tostada. You're eating folded tostadas, okay?
Is that different from
and you
tortillas?
kind of saved Bless by saying carne asada. He'd say ground beef with.
But you know where I get my carne asada from mostly?
Carne asada.
Chipotle.
Oh.
That was pretty funny. I like that a lot, actually.
Okay. On a scale of buttermilk chicken to me feuding with Paul Tassi over spoiling MCU stuff, where do you sit in the seriousness of this?
Were you fully? Was that fully serious? When you
Me?
were feuding with him?
The first two, I was really pissed. Then I was like, you know what? This is a funny meme, and I went down the route of buttermilk. I
Okay.
thought that was my new buttermilk chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me just tell
I was a
you,
bit worried for that one for a bit. I was worried about you.
Yeah. I read the stuff that was said about me. It was
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was just hoping that you were okay.
With what?
Like, I don't know. Because I saw the stuff that was being said about you. I was like, oh, he's gonna be reading this. So I was like, I feel bad.
That was very mean shit.
They were riding for him, dude. They were ride or die for Paul Tassi.
But anyways,
anyway, yeah. On what scale?
Colonizers. Sorry. You seen that TikTok? Like, anyways, colonizers. I just want to.
Bless is scooting away.
I just want people to open their eyes, right, to what actually is tacos and what actually is queso. Okay.
Oh my god.
Exactly, right?
Quesoist?
I just found $40 in my wallet.
Yeah, and there you go. That's good karma when you realize the truth in tacos and queso.
This is gonna save my life.
Yeah, I told you.
Yo, I
See?
wish I found $40. I
Yeah,
would probably go to Taco Bell and order
Don't make me act up.
or the new volcano taco available now.
Nice, we like that. But everything else is
Well,
Let's
Listen,
talk about how much free
happy
advertising we've given Taco Bell.
Hispanic heritage.
It
Month,
is
ladies and
Hispanic Heritage Month, and I want.
Wait.
Hold on.
I'm very curious
Okay.
about that because
Hold on, hold on.
To celebrate. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get.
Because is it September or October? Because I
Okay.
think you just offended. Shark.
Okay, I am offended.
So is it September or October?
I don't know. Whatever.
Because the confusion is, I saw something and like Twitch was doing something, and people were like, "Yo, you did this like not even halfway."
Is it actually October? I think it is October. Actually,
Is it
yeah.
October?
I think so.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know. I don't.
Because I saw stuff maybe like halfway through September, and I was like, "That's kind of weird that you're doing that not as a full month, but a half month."
Yeah, but
Or September, not October.
you know,
September. Oh, shit.
you know, I just wanted like when if you Google street tacos,
I'm googling street tacos.
that is
That's
those
a taco to me.
those are tacos.
See, shark.
But it's just like one thing that does a little bit. You know, it confuses me. It's like, should I be offended when they say street tacos? Like, you know, because it's
never
real.
said that.
It's real tacos, like from the streets, because we're poor. Should I be offended? You know,
I
should I be offended?
assumed that it meant like food truck tacos.
Ooh,
well,
here.
no.
Wait,
Because I know what
is that
I know what you
ignorant on my
mean.
part?
No. Because it's street tacos, so you're assuming
And
it
I
comes
think-
from
Is that
I think
we're from the
like-
streets?
No, I think it's like food
like
truck.
street vendors. Like
Yeah.
like from a food truck.
Like-
I can see that.
Oh,
That
because
is
we
not
can't afford
exclusively-
restaurants to sell the tacos.
No.
This is this. Okay, I love you guys. Okay, well, Shark,
How you would go to a hot dog, like a street hot dog in New York, you know, like get your hot dogs over here, get your glizzy. They probably also have
God.
street pizza. You know, in Memphis there is street barbecue.
there you go. Well, that's called
It's called food
roadkill.
truck.
Oh, yeah.
No. No, if you're looking for that, that's Knoxville. Leave Memphis alone. we at least cook our food.
Anyways,
That's funny. Well, see, Shark, as a white guy myself, I grew up with a lot of like Hispanic heritage around me because, you know, SoCal boys.
SoCal,
You know where it's
yeah,
at?
true.
Hey, I'm from El Paso, dude. I lived in El Paso.
Okay, yeah, but like, SoCal does it different. So I know my way around authentic Mexican and all that kind of stuff. I dated this girl from Nicaragua. 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 There it is. That she was cool. Her grandma was awesome.
Oh, there
And
you go.
their food is bussin'. Actually, one funny story about her. After we broke up, I actually went back because her parents invited me to a party. I went back to her house. She didn't know I was showing up. Her parents invited me back. And
Dude, that's how Hispanic families are.
I took food. I sat like in the back. I talked to her brother for a little bit. Just didn't say
At least back in the day, like Hispanic families, like
no, they're awesome.
If you dated someone in a Hispanic family, like your family.
Yeah. No, for real.
It's like, hey man, you trying to come over to the carne asada? What the? Come on, man.
My
I wish
where I
felt
live,
welcome.
majority Hispanic people around me. So
I don't think I've ever had
very
anyone I
involved.
ever like dated that was like a welcoming family.
That's wild. See, how many white chicks you date?
I dated two white chicks.
That was Bless, but because he said he didn't have any. Okay, not disclose the information.
I feel like, yeah.
But just saying, if you had more Hispanic families around you, I'm sure that
there was I will say this. I was back when I lived in Central PA. I would say the Delgado family did treat me very nice.
There we go. They were
Puerto Rican. They were Puerto Rican, and like they
Wait,
had
Elgato or what's Delgado?
Delgado.
Stream
D-E-L.
What is
Gato?
What's Delgado? Where's that at?
It's just a last name.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were cool and they were nice. I went to high school with them. I went to high school with like their family. I was there. Oh man, sheesh. I remember I was invited over to their house one time, and so like there was so I was friends with the youngest and the middle, and so like there's 4 kids, and I remember there's one guy, I won't say his name because I want to dox him. And they're like, hey man, you want to come with me? I'm going to do this thing real quick. And we went into like this middle school parking lot. And I don't remember what happened, but I remember he got punched in the face. I'm like, whoa.
What the heck?
And I was like, what? And so
and then your fist was bloody. You're like, whoa.
Whoa, that was you.
No. And I remember being there for him, and like I remember being like everyone else left him. I felt bad, and I remember that I was like just like the last one there. And ever since then, that family always treated me very, very like wholesome and kind.
They know you're the real one.
Yeah.
They know. Well, sheesh. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Whether it's this month or next. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to find that.
Yeah,
out.
we need. Yeah, could we get a?
Yo, in post on the YouTube version, can we have like just like it is this?
Well, it'll take 2 seconds to look up.
Oh
but
yeah,
like
I guess we could have done
we're
that now.
a live
we're
pod.
just sitting in front of computers.
And
What's happening?
Oh, it's September. Oh, whoa! So that's why. Okay.
Oh.
It's between Wednesday, September 15th, and October 15th.
huh?
That's where the confusion lies.
That's fair. Well, we've gone off topic a few times this podcast.
But hey, that's the Cosmic Couch.
I do have a
that is
story
the podcast.
I could share.
I know. I was gonna say,
one.
Bless. We got one more story from you, and then I think we should move on to questions.
Yeah.
Wait, but before,
before we
okay.
move on.
Do you want to?
No. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay, I wanted to segue into having like, I don't know, you know how like Bless is like looking back at his past. He's having visions of his past.
Oh,
Star Wars
visions.
Interesting.
Do we want to talk about it, or do you want to do your story? I don't know. It's up to you.
Do you want to speed run it?
Speed run
I
story.
will say I loved it. Star Wars Visions is amazing.
You guys know me. I'm not too caught up in Star Wars or huge on it, but that was amazing. One question, sub or dub?
Sub.
I only watched dubbed.
I watched it
subbed.
It hurts
my heart.
There's like no people in it.
I know, but like,
it's
anyway,
not bad.
that's more excusable than watching like something
it's,
live action.
No, but
dubbed.
yeah,
Like,
I
I've been
watched
watching
the
Squid
sub.
Game. You have to watch it subbed.
Squid Game.
It's really good. It made me cry like 3
I
times.
literally watched Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends just to learn how on Disney Plus, and it's a kid show, just to learn how to skew your voice younger. And so I will always watch dub for learning.
I guess. I see. For you, it makes sense, but like other people, you don't have an excuse. No,
Yeah,
I
true.
watched it. So from what I'm seeing, is the less you're into Star Wars, the more people are liking it. Because I've seen some hardcore
You're talking about
Star Wars
people
fans
like,
just very much.
This is
I loved it. I'm a huge fan of Studio Trigger, and they did the episode of the twins.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did
the
too.
twins and the other one with like the old guy.
Yeah.
The twins one.
The Elder.
The twins is the one I'm used
was the
to,
other one.
where it's like it really shows off like the art style, like Kill la Kill / Darling in the Franxx / the movie Pro Mare that I haven't seen, and that is the most amazing. Like, I love their art style. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is top tier, obviously number one, but Studio Trigger art style, that was beautiful, man. That was awesome.
There's extras. I don't know if you watched it, and you
I
can
didn't
like
watch
see
the
what the Studio Trigger had 2. One was the twins and the Elder, and so they said the reason why they did 2 is they wanted to do one of what people knew of their art style.
Oh wow, look at that.
And then they said
Words
they
out of my
want to
mouth.
do what can be done. And that's why they did the Elder, because that's stuff that like, hey, we can do this, we can do that. So
Dang.
like,
Yeah, Studio
it was
Trigger
more-
owns.
it was them showboating like, hey, we can do it all.
Yeah, they're amazing, man. Like,
I mean that respectfully, showboating, because both are great. I think the Elder is one of my favorite.
I have my list here, actually, if you guys want to look at my list. I have a list of the
sheesh.
episodes. So you at home, you
I'll
can
give you my
compare.
list.
I think I can just say I don't have like a list, but
Yeah.
my favorite for art style would be the twins. I think my favorite story wise would be the one with like the furry dog,
You mean
You
Bunny?
mean
bunny,
you
or
mean,
whatever.
Lop? My girl Lop and Ocho?
Ocho,
The bunny girl?
Lap. Yeah, that
Her
one
name was Lop.
Lap.
That reminded me of
she
my
was-
dog.
she was
Leia, and
kinda-
I was like, that was
Kind
awesome.
of got to go. Anyway, okay.
I'm
so,
not.
So my tier
I mean,
list.
I don't
Here's my tier
judge.
list.
It's just
I have a
like
tier list.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you know, she.
But the story
cool.
really, I actually like teared up. That was a good.
No,
like, little
that one
mini
was
story.
really good. Okay, so my tier list here, we got episode 7, The Elder, episode 5, The Ninth Jedi, episode 1,
Yeah.
The Duel, episode 4, The Village Bride. That one made me choked up a little bit.
Yeah, same.
Episode 3, The Twins, episode 8, Lop and Ocho, episode 6, Toby or TOB1, and then episode 9, Akakira, and then episode 2, Tatooine Rhapsody. There was a big gap between those two. And I had notes because episode 6 and 9, they both started out a bit slower, and I enjoyed their payoffs in the end, like how they ended, but I couldn't get into it for like the first half, which is why this tour is slow.
Episode 9
with Toby.
I did not like it at the beginning. I was so pulled
episode
out of it. I was
9
playing on my
I'd
phone.
rank
I just could not.
the least. I was very. I
playing
couldn't
on my phone
focus
during
on
9.
Yeah, 9. I couldn't focus. At the end it was okay. I just couldn't focus.
I wish it ended differently too, but the art style threw me for a loop for a bit. And that was the thing. As I want to preface
on what you're not used to.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is they went way out of the box with it, which is exactly what I wanted. You didn't always have Jedi winning. You didn't always have... That's one thing that I did have a problem with. 8 out of 9 of the episodes had Jedi in some capacity. Technically, all 9 of them did. But it's like, I didn't need to see a lightsaber fight in every episode. I understand why they did it. But it's like, even with Lop, I was like, okay, here's a cool character. You know, she's not a Jedi. She's not connected to anything. And then she uses the Force on a sword. And I'm like, oh.
What?
Yeah,
Do you
when I
guys?
saw that, I'm like,
You guys?
So-
Huh?
I just
that was awesome.
Yeah, but they could have not done that, and it still would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
that was the
I
thing
think that
for
was maybe you guys are hardcore Star Wars. Like,
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is I
George
wanted
Lucas
it to be
way.
less Star Wars in a way. Like they already had the Empire thing going on. I didn't need it to be. She was a force sensitive bunny.
I guess
You know.
Maybe because I'm not the big Star Wars fan.
All right. Well, Mr. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. What is your what's your list?
My rank. This is just I didn't write it down, but I'll just look at the. Okay, so episode 9 would be far less. Like I'd go episode 9. Then I'd go. Then I'd go episode 6, which is a Toby one.
Yeah.
Then I'd go. Then I go 7.
This is bottom up.
The
right?
Elder. This is bottom up.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Bottom up.
I
Where
went
is
top down.
that low for you?
Oh yeah. So I go episode 9, the last one. Then
Yeah.
Toby, episode 6, and then 7 episode 7 the Elder.
Really?
And
You
then
didn't like that one?
it was okay. I just it was towards the end where I was like not paying attention too
that was
much.
my favorite. So
Yeah, that was your favorite,
That
the
was my
Elder.
favorite one,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. Then I'd go like episode 1, the duel,
that's pretty high.
and then the episode 2, the Tatooine Rhapsody. That was cool though. I loved it. I loved the
It
concert.
was cool.
Awesome.
It was cool,
Yeah.
but I kind of watched it and I was like, okay.
Yeah. And
Cool.
then episode 5, The Ninth Jedi.
Okay.
And then 4, Village Bride.
Banger.
And then episode 3, The Twins. And then number 1, episode 8, La Pinocho. That was...
Hell yeah.
I don't judge. Like, I'm not too big on the furry stuff, but like
I
that.
don't know. It's just
Because that creature is like that doesn't mean it's
Yeah, I know, but like
girl.
it like it does make me a little uncomfortable sometimes. But the
That didn't make me
story,
feel uncomfortable.
the story really paid off for me.
That was
I was
cute.
like, because like at the start it was like in time we'll be family, right? They take the picture, and then right at the end she like, as soon like when the sister like Ocho like flies away, she goes, in time we'll be family. I'm like, whoa. That was when I teared up. I'm like, damn, that hit me. That was a good story. That was awesome. The art style was amazing too.
I'd like to see an episode 2 of that one. So I'm interested to see if they do a season 2, if some episodes they'll have like continuations of, or they'll just go clean slate.
Yeah.
It's cool to see. Like, I think the future of it could be really interesting. Bless, do you have a list for us? Or?
Sure. I think number 1, the duel sets it off just amazing. And like the thing is I think a lot of Star Wars fans, they expect Star Wars to grow up with them, but the true reality of Star Wars is a family story. But the duel, that sheesh is metal, man. That stuff
cool.
is hardcore. I loved it, man. My number 2 would probably be The Elder. I thought that was very cool just to see that story. The Ninth Jedi, I think, has a lot of potential to actually continue a story. I love that there's a purple lightsaber involved. Real big fan of that. I think The Village Bride was a beautiful story. I got choked up and emotional for that. La Pinocho would be after that. Then The Twins. Then Tatooine Rhapsody, which had people I know in it. And then I will say Toby. I was appreciative of Toby just because I thought that would be something so special to show like future kids, when you show them, I think like it's very, especially now because, the advancement of, just like CGI and all that stuff, it's important to show like probably like the original Star Wars first. That way it's not jarring. And then the thing is, like, if they've watched it and maybe watched everything, I think Toby would be so amazing to show a child, and because it's such a love letter to like what I used to think Luke Skywalker was when I was a kid in the 90s. I think that was kind of like where that came from. And then the last one is episode 9. I'm appreciative that they tried something different with, like, you know, the story, but that one was just not for me.
Yeah. So in the dub, I'm curious, throughout the story, did they call him Toby? Or did they call him T-O-B-1?
Yeah.
Okay, because in the sub, they were like, T-O-B-1. And it was like, oh, that's cool.
T-O-B-1.
And it was
like...
Yeah, well, there was like TOB1, yeah, but it was
at the end they call him Toby, yeah, because he becomes like a real kid for a second, and then isn't, and then but it's like supposed to be, it's cute. I like that one, but it just can't rank high for me. We had a like very similar like top 6. And then we start to fall apart.
Yeah, well, I think Star Wars means a lot to us, but the thing is like there wasn't a piece of negativity in these film or like these, you know, animations.
Yeah, every time I was like, every time it kind of took me out, I'm like, okay, this isn't canon, this is their thing. I'm appreciative that they did something cool.
I love the duel because the first one took elements that
it's not canon.
No,
these are
none
not
of
canon.
If these were canon,
episode 1, the duel was so advanced of what the sequel trilogy
I wish they were canon.
That there was, you know, clone, like they were wearing like clone trooper helmets,
and like helmets, First Order, like
the
cut
second
in half.
generation,
God, you guys look into that way deep. Sheesh. It's like he's not wearing the right helmet.
I saw it's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's just like it's so past the storyline that like that could be theoretically canon. And
you tell me Jabba the Hutt didn't have a concert? That was a canon?
Well, I will say
and
that
Boba
is
Fett
very
was
plausible. I would say the duel, Tatooine Rhapsody, Village Bride, Toby, Ninth Jedi, Ocho. I really think they could all be canon.
A lot of them could fit in canon. It's just not probable that they will do that, you know, like, and a lot of those things, like the thing with the duel is you can't stand on a X-wing and then go through hyperspace, like you're dead. Right?
You're talking about you're talking about the other one.
That's canon to me.
Was that the twins? Oh, the twins,
the twins, that was definitely
that one
took me out a bit.
Canon or not, but really, I was all in for that. That was awesome.
Yeah, well, but you can't, you know, have lighter arms and stand on a Star Destroyer. You know, like that's just something you can't do.
What?
But it was cool. It looked awesome.
Are you
like,
kidding?
It looked cool. And if you don't like that, then you're not cool.
It's very cool.
You can't do that on an X-wing, of course. Yes,
dude.
Or whatever.
It's hyperspace. You can't stand outside of a ship.
Whatever, dude. It's awesome. And
no, but that's what I'm saying. Is it's awesome
eyes.
And canon. It's not canon, but you're supposed to be able to look at something like that, and be like, oh, that looks cool. Lightsabers are cool. Star Destroyers getting cut in half. It's cool. You know, like, you don't always have to look at it with the lens of like, oh, well, actually, she wouldn't be able to breathe because, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, it's like that's the thing that eventually has to boil down to is if you're going to enjoy something, you have to take it down a few notches. And that's my opinion. But
God, that was Studio Trigger, though. That was amazing. Like,
it was
chopping
awesome.
that ship in half. Like that ship in half, like just like chopping it in half, like it was. I was like,
maybe you
whoa.
should watch The Last Jedi.
It was called
if you like that, you'll love The Last Jedi.
I watched The Last Jedi.
Ba-doom.
Look. I think you're allowed to like Star Wars with that, or
you're allowed to like Star Wars,
but I don't think you always need the arrow to the knee when you say you like something that's not popular.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's my. I'm literally sitting here like, oh, you should be allowed to like some if it's cool, you know, if you enjoy it. If you enjoy the sequels, they're cool. You can enjoy them, but
I think they're gonna make them uncanon though. Like, there's
there's so
a documentary
much
about. I saw on TikTok. There's a documentary about how unhappy Mark Hamill was.
Yeah, I mean, because he's a Star Wars guy.
Yeah, and he was just there. He's like, I fundamentally disagree with everything. I mean, I'll try my best power to give, the director what he wants, but I fundamentally disagree with it. And he was like, I'm giving back this lightsaber that I lost, so long ago. I should be optimistic, not so downtrodden. And then someone was like, they have to realize that he's Obi-Wan. I'm like, Obi-Wan wasn't even. I like the thing is like out of the sequel trilogy, The Last Jedi is my favorite because it did something different out of the other two. Because
but that's the thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. If they had a plan for that trilogy, because they've confirmed they didn't have a plan. It would have been a banger trilogy. But that's the thing is, without a plan, without the same director, without the same energy, it fell apart. And that's the thing that just kills me about. And that's sequels. Why you can enjoy the characters, you can enjoy the people, you can enjoy the story. Doing something different. Of course, they're beautiful.
I love Daisy Ridley. I was about to say, she's really pretty.
The actors gave it their absolute all. John Boyega is one of my favorite actors of all time. Just because he absolutely just killed it in those movies. But the thing is they shoved his character and all that Finn could have been to the side to make it a joke. And it is just such a shame to see. And even Luke was made a punchline in most times, and it was like, man,
feels bad.
That sucks for that character.
I feel so. I think people in their visions, this is my vision of it, and one, congratulations on being able to make your vision of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that there would have been a better way to make him an Obi-Wan than just he's immediately just upsetting
depressed.
Spaghetti. Yeah. But I think I sent it to you guys all on.
Damn, you guys know how I feel about The Last of Us 2. You guys are feeling that way.
The thing is I get very apprehensive just because The Last of Us 2 has a very toxic community, and that's why I'm just no.
I enjoyed the game.
Don't provoke.
I've
never played the game. I enjoyed the
game. Collector's edition. I enjoyed the game.
The hate that
I hate The Last of Us 2. Not that much though. I wouldn't.
I was just
email the voice actors
dude. That's
best knows.
And so that's why I just I won't touch it. I'm I feel bad for that.
Well, yeah, that was terrible. That was a little too much for people.
See, much like The Last of Us 2 and much like The Last Jedi, I knew what they were going for. Did they hit their marks?
Hey, no hate though. No hate towards the actors.
I'm glad I got you for that.
No hate towards the actors.
No hate towards the actors, but I saw what they were going for with both of those.
Developers or writers.
Yeah. Well, Neil Druckmann ain't the best.
I think the Star Wars community can be toxic too, right? Weren't they Omega pissed?
No, they're
with
The
Last Jedi.
They don't even Well, see, I was one of those people.
Respectfully, just listen to Rob talk about Star Wars. Rob won't even let you like The Last Jedi.
I genuinely don't like the sequels, but it's Star Wars, and Star Wars is cool. So
here's my opinion as a not, I don't care if it's canon or not kind of guy. Which one's the first one? The first with Daisy. What was it called?
Force Awakens.
That was cool. I liked the Force Awakens.
No, that's the thing. I love that one because it was the prospects for this new trilogy are insane. We could have a stormtrooper who can go out and free other stormtroopers and be hey guys, we're not just faceless drones. We can be people. They scrapped that. Nothing ever happened. They killed millions of stormtroopers.
I will say this about Force Awakens. I'm not a fan of how much it retreaded A New Hope.
No,
but
it's literally the same movie.
Love that Kylo Ren was able to have the pent-up energy that Anakin had, but unleash it. So there's no one there stopping him. There's no Obi-Wan. There's no one there that's hey, you gotta cool that.
The only thing there was his dad.
He's just an unhinged Anakin.
And then for me, the second one, is that the one, spoiler alert, where Han Solo...
No, he dies in the first one. He dies in the first one.
Wait, he dies in the first one too?
Yes.
Oh.
He dies in the Force Awakens.
Yeah.
He is the parallel to...
God, that was wild. That was... I got that spoiled, but that was such a wild week on the internet. People were just... it was just weird. Why? Why? I don't understand. It's Han Solo dies. Han Solo dies. Everywhere you go, Han Solo dies. Han Solo dies.
Same thing with Endgame.
Han Solo dies.
Endgame was not spoiled.
Endgame was not spoiled for me.
I got that one spoiled for me. I didn't get Han Solo. I guess it was a trade.
Yeah.
I only saw the last the Return of Skywalker. I forget the name. I only saw that one time.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. I only saw it one time, and I think it was a beautiful movie.
It looked amazing.
And I remember I saw it while I was in Japan when Sophie was getting stationed there, and we saw it. And so the theater was packed with, more so young people than I was like 29 at the time, so they're probably like 10 years younger than me. And so it got a little rowdy. There was definitely families in there too. I felt bad for the families because you just hear all these like swearing and And I was like, Sophie, look, Wedge Antilles is in this film. This is probably my most important character. I will cheer for Wedge. I promise I won't do anything, because she hates when people talk in theaters, especially when I do it. And she's like, you can cheer for Wedge. Anyway, so everyone cheers for Lando correctly, and like everyone cheers for, you seeing things. I was the only guy that cheered for that 1 second clip of Wedge Antilles. I was
Feels
like,
bad.
And then that made it even worse.
I embarrassed the hell out of my friends during Endgame when Cap caught the hammer, dude. I stood up and I clapped and I said, "That's my boy!" And it was a whole thing. It was
oh my god,
very bad. Like, people were cheering, but I stood up. So it was pretty rough. But I absolutely adore those movies. When Black Panther came in, dude, I couldn't help it. I threw
that's
up.
awesome.
I think
I
Shark
threw up
saw
and
it
I'm bald
together.
there.
Yeah, we
at the same
did.
GM.
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
we did. We did. I remember. I think Bless had like a dyed beard. Like, you dyed your beard because of like the thing or something.
Dude, yeah.
And Bless was crying, right? He was bawling his eyes. And so, like, the tears got through his beard, and, like, the dye was mixed in with his, like, tears, and they were on his shirt. So his shirt was, like purple
funny.
or whatever. It was, yeah.
Very true. It's true. Sorry, that was a cool moment. I loved it.
That was awesome.
I was man. Like, I say I hate spoilers, but yet I'm like, dude, it's so crazy. Jon Snow caught the hammer.
Oh yeah, you kept doing that. And then, dude, I could have sworn someone actually got a little pissed. Like, are you actually like
Jude guy? Yeah.
like spoiling the movie? Like, he's like, dude, Jon Snow got the hammer, bro. That's so funny. Oh god.
Well, back to the Cosmic Tangent podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I do have a quick story.
I was going to say, Bless got his story, and then I think maybe we skip questions this week, and then we do a full question
think we can
episode next week.
We got so many questions. I'll make this a quick 10-minute story.
Go ahead.
Or not even 10. I would like to explain the massive rise and fall of my voice acting career real quick.
Oh, no. I don't like the fall part.
All right, here we go. So, I think like 2 weeks ago, I had that cool panel with like Room Tranquility people, and it was awesome. And so from that, I sent stuff to my wife, and she was like, "Oh, that's so awesome." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post it on Twitter. It did very well on Twitter, and people were very, you get your like homies to like gas you up or whatever.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put that in my thing to reach out to agencies. I reached out to like a bunch of agencies, and I found this one I didn't like ever send something to. I got a response. And so the response is probably like this older person that just, types yous instead of you, and, it's fine, probably from the land of, Prince, because
wait,
Prince
what? Type yous instead of you?
Yeah. It's
Like
the
the letter U
as
of YOU? I do letter U. I kind of like.
I don't think.
I kind of do both. Like I either do you. It's like if I'm tired, I'll do the letter U.
To me, if it's professional, I don't think that you should do that. But like, you want to write a thing to Nintendo using that language, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
I think people should let loose. You know what I'm saying? Like, just chill.
Well, then, maybe I can learn something from your input on this. But like, I don't say anything. I'm like, oh, this has to be someone probably in like their mid 60s that lived through the 80s, and because I had a boss, Tom, he did that too. But I was able to Tom was cool about it, and so she sends me an audition. I use Skills Hub, which is this website made by Jennifer Hale, who has like the Guinness World Record of most female voices, opposite to Steve Bloom, who has the most male voices in video games.
Which you talked about last week.
And so, yeah. And so I got the person that was Obi-Wan Kenobi's girlfriend in Clone Wars. Her name's something Graves, Anna Graves. That's her name, and she was
her name
kind.
was Roberta Paulson. Sorry.
And so she gets it. I send it back. I don't hear anything until so I sent it maybe like Tuesday. Wednesday,
you sent it
I
to
have a
her?
directed session. What?
You sent it to Satine?
No, I sent it to this agent,
Oh,
and
okay.
and it was like an audition thing, and so the next day I have a directed session with someone for Fail Army to make YouTube videos for them, and it pays very well, and which I'm very thankful for, and I'm like, hey, I didn't hear anything back. Should I send something? And he was like, dude, wait 10 days. And like, I was in my brain. I'm like, dude, waiting 10 days is not being a squeaky wheel. I'm a squeaky wheel. And so I just sent back like, hey, just want to make sure that my email got through. Because that's true, because I use my own, URL, and, it can be, wind up in the junk or whatever, or, maybe not even sent. And so she's like, yeah, I did. I'm going to send you something else. Sends me another thing. I immediately book. I was about to stream, but then I like wait, and I'm like, I book another session. I have this person that did casting for like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Scooby Doo direct me, and she was like, huh, because it was just a simple line for, I don't remember what, but it was just more so just sound like yourself, like how I'm talking to you guys, but just like, huh, that's a tasty pizza, like just like that line 5 different times, yeah. And so she's like, and I don't get why she said this. She's like, so why this agency? I'm like, well, they're the only ones that ever responded to me. And they're like, no, why this agency? I'm like, seriously, like I live in Memphis. I describe that my wife is, in the Navy. She's in Japan. I'm never going to be able to be stationed in LA, Dallas, or New York for those hubs. She's like, well, you don't need to be. You know what? I'm going to write you a letter of recommendation to her, and I'm also going to send you like recommendations to like 4 different agencies. I'm like, oh, well, that's super kind, because the whole thing is to get an agent just to get auditions, because that's how you really do it without using pay-to-play websites, which really don't work in your favor. It works in their favor. And so I'm like, well, that's very kind. So she sent the letter of recommendations, and she blind copies me and then forwards the responses. So I think that was very nice. So I get this other talent agency, which I know has people that are in Star Wars Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Bad Batch, video games. And I know, and so I'm like, oh my God. And so I'm not saying like the person that was talking to me was bad or anything, but like, I was like, wow, that's really cool. And that person was like, hey, could you please send me this stuff professional? Like when I say, like, I understand being short, this was professional. I don't even think short. It was just, to the point. Yeah. But nice and professional. I'm like, sure, here's everything. And then so I wait a day. So that's Wednesday. So, okay. So next up, so before that day ends, I get a letter from that other agent that was like, hey, let's try working together. I'll call you tomorrow. Call me between 12 and 3. I'm like, well, is that Eastern, Pacific, whatever. Yeah. And so the next day, that guy says like, hey, let's make a potential booth session, and we'll like do like a tryout with you. I'm like, that's awesome. So that day is on October 4th. And during that day, it's also the day that my wife finds out if she makes chief in the Navy or not. So it's a big day for both of us. Yeah. And so I'm really hopeful. And so I'm like, well, should I tell this agent? I didn't sign any paperwork or anything like that. Should I tell the other agent about it? And I was like, maybe not. So 2 hours later, I call. I don't get anyone. I just leave a voicemail like, hey, not sure if this was for, Eastern time. I guess I'm late, but I was thinking you're in LA. And so I talked to her. Very nice lady. She talks about my dogs. She talks about their dogs. She talks about everything. And she's like, my dog's named this because I used to live in New York. And like, hey, by the way, I'm from New York. That just means like I'm not the most cordial. That doesn't mean I'm being rude. I'm just to the point. And I'm like, yo, I understand that. I used to work in radio. I used to deal with salespeople that were, I used to think were lazy, didn't follow the instructions. Mm-hmm. And she's like, we should be fine, right? I'm like, well, cool. So she sends me something for like an animated thing, which I was like, oh my God, I get to audition for this. And so this is after I like streamed for Thursday for the Nintendo Direct, and I'm amped up. I'm like, oh my God, I have 2 agents like buying for me, right? And okay, so I look, it's for an animated project, and I get another thing that's for I don't even know what. So I see the one thing is due Monday, and I checked the other thing. I was reading it, but I didn't notice that was due 10 a.m. the next day. And so, the next day I go for like a run, and I'm like, you know what? I'm getting good. I'm like warm up, for VO, and I go in. And I read the script, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to do the 3 takes, like hello, 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 and then go on to the next line. That is not how you're supposed to do it. So I sent it, and the lady slapped my hand, ellipsed me out, gave me the correction. I'm like, ooh, day 1, strike 1. I can't believe it. Damn. So the next one, I was like, I did the audition. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, please understand, I was not trying to be late. I saw both of these come in. I saw the one that was due Monday. I thought they were both due Monday. And then she just said, yeah, ... late. I'm like, ooh. And like, I'm Yikes. Like, I understand the shortness. And then, so that's Friday. So Saturday rolls around, and I do a bit of stuff, and then I get this audition for like a sandwich shop. And so the thing is like you're supposed to say your name, do 5 takes, label it correctly. I did that. I swear to God, I did that. And so I would like to read you the response I got.
Uh-oh. Am I about to cry?
Kyle ... letter U, no space. Have to fully understand the USNSTRUCTION ... Takes one MP. Takes all on one MP3. I really don't have time to send correction emails. And I'm like, what? And so I sent, like if that's incoherent to you, that's incoherent to me. I said, I really do apologize. I thought I did follow instructions, slate the name on top, followed by 3 takes. The MP3 was only this one thing. I'm like, there was a middle-aged thing because there was like, there's 3 takes. It was a 20 to 30-year-old take, a middle-aged take, which I don't think I sound like 45 or 50, and then a female take. So I'm like, you don't do what you don't think you can sound like. I said, I'm truly not trying to waste your time. I swear. I'm sorry about that, especially on the weekend. I'm thinking you meant I didn't follow the instructions by not including the middle-aged one. If so, I apologize. Attached is both 20 to 30 plus the middle-aged one. Seriously, not trying to waste your time or anything. I really do appreciate your time, right? And so I stream, and so like I sent her response and like everything to my friend Josh in Memphis. You know Josh, Cheat Day, who's an agent who's like on ABC for stuff. And he was like, yo, that lady's being very rude to you. Remember, they work for you because they take your money. And then I sent it to someone from Grim Tranquility, and they were not as... They were more so cordial. They're like, yeah, I'd be more interested in seeing what the other agency has, right? I'm like, because I sent it to him, I'm like, I don't feel like the thing is like I might want an agent so bad to be able to audition, but I don't want to be treated rudely.
Yeah.
And then so I sent that. I didn't hear anything back. So I sent that back on like, midday Saturday. So yesterday I take the day off, and I get this email. Kyle, you set separate tanks for each one. Not correct. Please remove all attachments and send only your audition takes. You had another attachment in your email. You should only read like the 2030. I'm not sure where the confusion is. And oh my God, my pissivity from the prior night happened. I'm like, what? Like so I did the correct thing the first time, and you are over here like making me feel like I'm like, I said the original email I sent to you was only for the 2030 take. It's a 20-second MP3 labeled correctly, slated with 5 takes. I think the confusion came from your reply, the incoherent thing. Yeah. And that email, in the email was only the blend audition. The other attachment might have been my signature image. I'm so confused. I read the middle age and sent that as well. The original email had 1 MP3 blend. I'm so incredibly confused. I literally reached out to people to help me with the confusion. I'm pretty sure I followed the directions right the first time. Attached is the original blend, slated, 5 takes, labeled correctly. Per the instructions, please slate name only at the top of the track, followed by 3 to 5 takes, label as. I said, and then I said, this audition features that. And I do period. I was like, this audition features that. Sheesh. Period. Slated period. 5 takes period. 1 MP3 period. Labeled correctly.
Oh, dang.
And I said, I cannot express my confusion and anxiety.
Dang.
And so as soon as I send that, I'm hot. I am hot.
Because you're worth, baby. Sunday is your day off.
But that's not just that. But it's just like I know I'm not a commodity. I know I am no one big. I do not have an ego. I only wish to be treated with respect. That is it. That is
fair.
it. That is it. And the thing is you can text shorthand to me. I do not care. I just ask for your respect. And so I immediately send that. And so I use an iPhone. And so for like people I do business a lot with, I set to VIP mode, which, it's just easier to track those emails. Yeah. Plus, like, you get like alerts, like text alerts or whatever. And so I sent that, and I'm heated, right? I'm just like, I'm putting my phone down. I'm just like, and I sent that. I'm like, whoa, I probably went too hard. I immediately sent that. And then I see something, maybe not even 5 minutes after. And then it was, I think the confusion on my part is when I see your email, there are other attachments, and my mistake thinking you did so many takes. At least that is what I see. So I do apologize many times over. I see the 2030 and it's fine. Just don't send other attachment in your return emails. Please remove and just send your takes. And I was like, yo, every email I've ever sent since, like, I don't know, 2014 has been on Apple Mail. And all you do is hit reply. You put your things in. That's it. No. Anyway, so I think I shot myself in the foot.
Weird.
By kind of like telling this.
I don't think so. Know your worth, and she backed down, didn't she? She was like,
the thing was, is like,
well,
I think
sorry,
like she might
my
not
bad.
have, I think she was like maybe like so like
going in.
We probably sent those at the same time, because I'm quick to email and I see it and I'm like blood red, not blood red, but I'm just like I'm seeing darker shades of yellow. I'm just like, I don't understand. I'm not trying to F up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, hey, that is totally fair, my guy. And I am hella proud that you stuck up and were like, this isn't how, you want to be treated. Even if this is your dream industry, like, you're not going to go into it getting treated like the busboy. Like, that's...
Well, the thing is like, my thing is... I like, the thing is like I view myself as very professional. I do think I'm a zug worker, but I don't think like I have an ego or anything. It's just like I don't want to be, made to feel bad, and then you double down on it. Yeah. And then it's just, and so like my thing was like, you're doubling down. It's my fault. And like, that's why I sent that email. I'm like, look, I don't think I was rude, but
no, you said it how it was. Like, it was their fault.
Josh was like, hey, you're being too nice. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah. Get him. I don't think that's bad news at all. I was ready to hear that you got kicked out of the club or whatever. No, that's...
I think I am. I don't think I'll ever see an audition from them again.
Well, too bad. You got more stuff opening up.
It is a shoot.
From what I'm hearing, you got people learning your name, my guy. There are. I don't think.
I do have something next week, but I'm just
like.
But
and something due today too, right?
So it didn't help. I had like an agency I really wanted, and they responded back to that lady's referral. It was right after. It was 15 minutes after. And they're like, "Hey, we don't think that you fit our roster. You'd be better at a different agency." And I was like, "Ooh!" I'm like, "Did this lady already like
damn
blacklist
GG,
me?"
go next, bro. You're all good. I think you're doing good. I'm not crazy in the industry, but hell, I am here for the ride of Bless conquering the voice acting world, dude. I'm so.
The thing is
ready.
I don't mean to be egotistical or anything like that. I just
want
to be true.
No one
respect.
thinks you are, bro. Let's be real. People in the comments, if you think Bless is being egotistical, hey, we got like 20 comments yesterday saying they were totally down with you talking about voice acting.
Oh, shit.
They said I miss Harambe in my cosmic couch chair. So, and I checked those, baby. I checked those.
Hey, we bend the knee to you checking those. Yeah, sorry for that story. It's just it's nice to get it out. I don't think it's.
That was a wild ride, man.
I know. I enjoyed it.
Like, share that. That is just like the thing is. I think because I'm not saying who it is or anything.
Yeah,
it's just like I just cannot understand. And the other thing is like I truly understand like going out and getting day drunk with like mimosas at like by 2 p.m.
Yeah,
I understand that, especially on a Saturday.
There's a certain standard. It's just there's a certain standard for stuff like that, and it wasn't met with that recipient. So I mean,
and
for
I
me,
understand being short.
Yeah, no, that's fair. See the New York lady. I mean, I get that. But like yeah, that other. You're doing good. You're doing good, Bless.
Oh, sheesh. Well, I'll let you know
I think
if
so. The viewer
get
thinks
anything
so.
Additional. I don't think I'll probably get everything I need to get.
Hey, we got a whole nother week ahead of us, boys. I'm ready.
Sure.
Sheesh.
All right. Do we have time for a few of the questions?
I will hit. Let's hit 3 questions. Let's hit 3 motherfucking questions. Or freaking questions. My bad. Let me go ahead and grab the hashtag here real quick. Okay, so Comet Chris777 asks, what is your favorite genre or genres of music and why? Love the pod. Shark, let's start with you. We haven't heard a Shark line in a while.
Love music. Mostly, I think mostly like, I don't know. I feel like I just love music. I don't know. It's hard because like that's why I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because of the music references they do. But they do a lot of like rock music, so I'm gonna have to say rock. Like
how did I know that?
Classic, modern, middle, whatever. Like rock is pog, and that's why I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You should watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure subbed. Just kidding, but seriously.
Wow,
rock.
Yeah. I agree. That's funny. Okay, rock. Bless, you got one? I think Prince.
Indie pop rock.
Okay. I'd say I'm not big on music. I've never really gone out and like developed my own taste at all. I usually get bless, but come back, turn around. No, come.
He's blessed. He's a Zoomer. He was born into like.
Well, that's the thing is, I've never
music. Being
I've always. Well, see, that was my second part.
Sussy.
I've always got my music taste from people around me, right? Early on, it was my dad and playing 70s and 80s radio. That was all I listened to. Beastie Boys, stuff like that. My dad gave me an iPod. He was just like, here, take this. And I was like, this is all I'm going to listen to for about 11 years. Okay. And then that, like, I used to listen to ZZ Top. All right. Who the hell?
Whoa.
I mean, from my age.
What is wrong
with
ZZ Top?
Nothing. But I was listening to that in freaking like middle school. I was taking that in my middle school classes. All right, but like that's the thing.
What's that one song? It's like,
schooler,
see, I love music, man. Like ZZ Top. No, you got me to ZZ Top mood. What's that one song with like, where it's like legs? Yes, the one was like.
Okay, that's a good one.
How does it go? She's got legs. She's got legs.
Okay, but
okay,
that's
go
what
ahead.
I mean is like no one my age ever even heard of them. Okay,
so
like, I didn't know that. You know,
she's
that was the norm.
God, that
like
is
that,
a good
Pink,
song.
Pink Floyd, all these guys my dad used to listen to. My dad loaded up my music. He let me listen to whatever the hell I want. And I thought that listening to Beastie Boys' Girls was like the most the perviest thing I ever did.
I love that song, dude.
I was like a young teen. I was a preteen, like listening to Girls. I'm like,
oh, you're a cool kid then,
man. Well, see, but that's the thing is like I didn't have any other experience with music. And then when I got into high school, I started taking like I got Pandora. Right, Pandora was the thing. Of like, damn, this is a whole new world,
Spotify,
right? Yeah, because you would. Pandora, I hate Pandora because I have to know what song I'm listening to.
Listen to Pandora anymore. Spotify now.
But see, that's the thing is like I listened to Pandora and then I got all these music tastes from my friends and I was like, hey, what's the song you like? 21 Pilots, great. What's the song you like? Black Parade, whatever. And then I put all those in a Pandora and then they opened up the world of me being depressed. And so then I had all that Panic at the Disco kind of thing going on. So that was my early high school, and then I actually started to develop my own music taste, and now I'm into like Doja Cat and Lil Nas.
Doja Cat's awesome.
So I'm pretty poppy. I'm a pretty poppy guy, like Tame Impala.
Yeah, I grew up
indie-ish
with like all sorts of music, like rock, like even hip hop, like the whole like way back, like when MTV used to like show music videos. I remember like, yup, in my white tee, yup, in my. Like songs like that, like Pitbull, like 50 Cent. I have the I bought Get Rich or Die Trying, the album.
My friend's girlfriend is going to a Pitbull concert, I think this week. and he's mad because he's like, man, why couldn't she be into someone who's like not as cool as Pitbull?
Not as cool.
Well,
as
see, that's the thing,
Pitbull?
because his girlfriend is going alone to this Pitbull concert, and he's like, man, if I knew she was going to a Pitbull concert, I would have gone with her because Pitbull's cool. Why couldn't she be into someone who's not as cool as Pitbull?
Wait, who thinks Pitbull's cool?
I think Pitbull's
cool. He's Mr. Worldwide.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. On this one.
I like Pitbull. Pitbull's cool.
Hey, I'm also the guy that thinks that Bad Romance is the best song of the 2000s.
I like Lady Gaga too. Applause is really good.
Did not like Lady Gaga, but she did grow on me. She's cool. Lady Gaga's cool. But back then when she came out, Lady Gaga, I was not a fan of. But now I am.
Bad Romance was a banger, dude.
Well, see, that's the thing is my dad was pushing all these cool hip songs on me, and then my mom was like, very Christian, very like, oh, we have to, she was very country.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, some country songs didn't hit, but I'll tell you what, some country songs.
I like my chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night.
Oh,
pair of blue jeans. That's it, just right.
With the radio, I know them all.
That's a good song.
Against my will,
that is the only country song I know and like,
song?
And it's Chicken Fried. Actually, a new country song that I really like.
I'm trying to think about it.
Ain't nothing like an Applebee's on a Friday night.
Oh my God.
That is an amazing song.
So I
you cannot deny it.
90s country.
Yeah, see, I grew up with 2K.
Brooks and Dunn, your Tim McGraw's, Faith Hills, Shania Twain's.
Country took like a weird shift after 9/11, and it just didn't get any better. So that's my take on it. But Cruise is my favorite, one of my favorite songs.
I'll do anything.
Anyway, so now
you wanted me to.
Once again gone on a tangent about music. So we got time for one more question.
I love music. It's a huge impact.
I'm trying to get a good one. I will answer all these. I think we should have like a question.
We can speed run right now. Go.
Speed run. Okay. If you could have someone narrate your life story, what would it be? Who would it be?
John Stamos.
The guy who narrates Clone Wars. What are your top 3 games that you... He retired. He's not dead? Yeah, he's retired.
He had a stroke.
Wait, John Stamos died?
No, the guy from Clone Wars. What is your top 3 games that you can think of, and why is it not Destiny 2? That was from Fane is Taken. The other one was from J. Rocco. Top 3 games.
Next question. Just kidding.
Smash Bros. Mario Odyssey. Breath of the Wild.
Not Destiny 2. The game sucks. It's very hard because The Last of Us used to be my favorite game, but The Last of Us 2 really ruined it, and I don't like The Last of Us anymore.
But nothing's wrong with the developers.
This is a speed run.
Or the Star Wars community, very toxic as well. We don't. Okay.
I hate you. Speed run. You didn't give 3. You didn't give 3. Shark.
Oh God, I don't know if I have a favorite game. Wait. Pokemon Gold, Smash Ultimate, and Tekken 7.
Bless.
There it is.
I already said mine.
By the way, it'll change the next podcast.
I still haven't gotten one. Okay, I gotta say probably Pokemon Soul Silver, Minecraft, and the Destiny franchise. Okay, if you were dragons guarding a vast treasure of only one type of thing, what would that thing be? Mine would be kittens/cats.
If I'm guarding a treasure.
Podcast. One might even say I cosmic vouch. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Hope you guys are healthy and happy. Snuka, thank you so much for the question.
I'd be guarding my happiness.
Pokemon cards. Easy. Pokemon cards. Shark?
I'll be guarding money.
I like money. Okay, cosmic question. If stands were a reflection of one's inner self, then what would your stand be and the name and power? Okay, I'm going to put this caveat. Your stand name has to be a music reference, but your power can be whatever you want. Okay, Bless. So a stand is your reflection of your inner self, okay? The stand power. Also, we never talked about how far in JoJo you are.
Oh, true. So we don't even know.
Wait, what? I don't understand this question.
Oh, yeah, next question. We can't do that question.
Next question.
We can't do that question. That's
a great question, though. We got to spend some time on that.
It's a really good I like that question.
Okay, last one. We don't watch sports. What color Power Ranger would you be?
I watch
That's from
sports.
Geeky
Hold
Blonde.
on. What's the question on sports?
Fuck.
Hurry
Yeah,
up.
for all the couch. If you have any rituals or habits when you're watching sports or esports, that's from Andre PK GT.
Yeah, esports.
What do you have any rituals?
My ritual is that I pee before the sport event, and then if I have to pee again during the sport event, I don't pee. I haven't peed while the Raiders were playing, and we're 3-0.
The only esports I watch is maybe when Tens is playing, and I guess my only ritual would be go Tens. Okay. What color Power Ranger would you be? That's the last question for today. That's from Geeky Blonde.
I saw something on TikTok and you realize that the old White Ranger theme used to be White Ranger Power. Yeah, that's kind of sus.
That was sussy.
I heard that back and I was
sussy.
Oh my god.
So not the White Ranger. None of us are the White Ranger.
I mean,
Well,
none of us. Jason
hold
was
on.
my favorite.
Who's
Or Tommy.
is the guy with the long hair the White Ranger?
I know that's Jason.
Because
he's blue, isn't he?
I liked him as a kid. So
There's different types. There's different generations of Rangers.
Sorry. The one with Ivan the Ooze. What generation was that?
That was 2.5.
2.5. That's my White Ranger was my favorite as a kid.
What color would you be?
What I'd be?
I'd be green. No explanation needed.
I
I'd be
guess
a
I'd be
Triceratops.
I'd be the Blue Ranger. Blue being my favorite color.
I'm a workaholic. I guess I'd be red.
Hell yeah! And we could have. We should. Mike, next thing you draw, Mike is in the thing. Draw us all as Power Rangers. Do that. That'd be funny. Okay, don't do work for free. Never do that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for this week. Bless, you wanna or Shark?
What a
You did the
speed
intro.
run!
We're still speed running, guys. We're still speed running.
Anyways, thanks for listening. But before we go, Bless, where can we find you?
Speedy
you can
though.
Find me at YouTube and Twitch at Blessious and TikTok as well, and then Kyle Blessing on Twitter. Instagram is Blessious Plays.
Wow.
Joey, where can we find you?
Me anywhere at Mike's Not Sane. Shark, hurry.
And you could find me anywhere at Shark with 2K's Tooth, whether it's a TV or not. You'll figure out if it's actually me or not. I mean, look at the follow count. Just kidding. But thank you. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to the Cosmic Couch podcast, where there is always a seat reserved for you. Thank you so much for the Patreon supporters, as well as the ones that the names that are on the top.
8 listeners in here right now.
8 listeners. Oh my goodness. Mike
listeners.
Not Saying, George A, Stephen May Bacon, Captain EXE, and a Geeky Blonde. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. And we'll see y'all next time on the Cosmic Couch.
Yeah, I don't know what I just did. I did like a finger gun thing.